Hey guys, welcome to summer. It is summer. It's officially here. It's like 80 degrees, 85 degrees today, and I'm dying because it's humid. But here's what I want to do. Since I am gone for Nashville this week, or yeah, I'm filming this right now, but this is the week that this video goes up, I'm in Nashville. So I'm doing some pre-filming, and I just wanted to share with you guys a couple of things. You may have noticed it is like the middle of June, and it's like, Christina, where is your June TBR? Well, let me tell you, person who did not really ask that question, I actually decided to combine my TBRs for the summer and just do a summer TBR video, just giving you some of the books that I plan on reading this summer, because I just want to kind of give myself a little bit more flexibility for the months of June, July, and August. So I will be back with my individual monthly TBRs in September. I'm still going to do my wrap-ups like I normally do, but my TBRs are definitely going to be a little bit more loose this summer, mainly because, one, I'm traveling a little bit more, and two, I just really want to just kind of let it breathe a little bit. Just let it breathe and not bog myself down with too many pre-assigned reads. So I'm going to show you some books that I have really been wanting to get into, and summertime is the perfect time to do it. Some of you might laugh at these choices, mainly because I've been trying to read them forever. Let's start with this one, because this is one of the ones, and this is The Mark of Athena. This is the third book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, and many of you know I started this series like this time last year, and I'm finally getting back into it. My little buddy Karina, who is 12 years old, has beat me in reading the series, and every time I see her, she checks in with me and she's like, have you finished yet? Have you finished yet? And I'm like, no, but I'm going to finish. I'm going to read The Mark of Athena to get me started and help me fall back in love with this series. Like, I didn't fall out of love with it, but I did kind of just stop. So it's been sitting on the wayside for a little bit. I'm ready to get back into it because I love Rick Riordan. I love this writing, and I want to be primed and prepped for his upcoming release that releases in the fall. So, Mark of Athena. The next book I'm going to be reading might be a shock to you guys, but this is Thoughtful by S.C. Stevens. This is Kellen's perspective of the Thoughtless trilogy, series, whatever you want to call it. I actually really am fascinated by Kellen, and I really want to know his side of the story. Thoughtless is actually one of those series that I'm uncomfortable with because of the amount of infidelity in it, but I was really intrigued because there's a redemption situation that happens there, and so I don't feel as bad about liking the story. But yeah, I really want to know Kellen's POV, so that's what this is, and I cannot wait to read it. Might read it sooner rather than later. Then this next one needed to happen like years ago, but it is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I have heard nothing but fantastic things about this series or trilogy, but I've also heard some not so great things about that final book. But I still want to read this, one, because I have it, two, because I met Leigh Bardugo and she is priceless, and three, I just really want to get into this, you know, like, she has a new book coming out this year, or is it next year? Whatever, soon, that is based in this world, so I don't want to be too far behind. So I really want to just go ahead and get started on this particular book so we can dive into the series. Then, of course, I've said this before, but I really want to read the Song of the Lioness Quartet here by Tamara Pierce, because I've heard fantastic things about it as well, and they're really short reads. I might take these with me. These might be with me when I go to Nashville, who knows. This is the first book right here called Alana, The First Adventure. The second book is called In the Hand of the Goddess. The third book is called The Woman Who Rides Like a Man. And then the fourth book is called Lioness Rampant, and this is the biggest book of the quartet. I remember this quartet was introduced to me by Kat of Katie Tastic, I believe. I believe that's who introduced this book to me, or this quartet to me, and I was like, yes, please. It needs to happen. So here they are, all four of them, nice and pretty and lined in the right order. I'm going to get on these this summer. That is the goal. Then my lovely and beautiful friend Casey Bond, she sent me a couple of books that I've been wanting to read. She just sent them because she's sweet like that. I only thought she was going to send this one. This is a serial that she's been writing with Rachel Brownell, and it's called Dark Bishop. It's not for young people. This is a very mature read. It's very, very dark. It has a lot of sexual content in it, but my friend Casey wrote it, and I'm going to read what Casey writes. I'm really intrigued by this thing. I read a lot of things. You guys know this, but I want to read Dark Bishop. One, because it's a serial, so it's super, super quick, which is nice. And two, you know, sometimes we just have to get outside of our comfort zones just a little bit. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm uncomfortable with this at all, because I'm not, because y'all don't know about me. But yeah, I'm just really intrigued. I want to read it. I want to check out Miss Casey's work, even though I've read, you know, the anthology that she was part of. And then the second book she sent me is Sin, which is, I guess, a series. I don't know if this is the series. This is also a serial, I believe. I don't know if this is just like one part or if this is the whole thing, but she sent me this. It has a really like high heel on it, which makes me think some thoughts about maybe having some naughty bits in there too. I'm fine with it. I mean, it's called Sin, so yeah, naughty bits in here, I'm sure. But yeah, again, y'all don't know me, so I'm gonna check this out. Then I got a book from a library. I haven't been to the library in super long. One, because you guys know that my local library is closed down for renovation until next year, so I have to go a little further down the way at my library near my job. And sometimes when I'm at work, I forget to stop by the library, and then other times when work is over, I'm just ready to go home. I don't have time to stop by the library. So today I got off early and I stopped by the library and I picked up, what is this called? The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Hade. Hade? Here it is. I cannot wait to read this. I have heard so many good things about this book. The only thing I hate about it is the freaking deckled edges. But anyway, I will eventually own this book, but I do want to read it beforehand. Just in case I don't like it. I highly doubt I'll dislike it. I know I will actually. But, you know, library had it, and I figured, hey, let's save a little bit of money. Go ahead and read it from, you know, the library. So that's what I did. So here it is. Then the final book. Nope, I don't like saying that word. I need to stop saying final book, because nothing about this is final. Because even after I read the final book, I will read another book after the final book. So I'm going to stop saying frickin' final book. This is, I'm not going to put that on there. Why would I put that on there? Highly anticipated read that was released a few weeks ago, and everybody has been loving it. And it is ACOTAR, or A Court of Thorns. Did I say Thorns? A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. The beauty herself. I love Sarah J. Maas. I still have not read Airfire, but that's okay. I'll get to that too. That actually is in this list too, but I couldn't find the book to show you. So we're gonna use this as a twofer. A 2-for-1. I'm going to be reading ACOTAR and Airfire by Sarah J. Maas, but I still need to read that little prequel thing too, the little short story bind up. So include that in here. A 3-for-1. So I'm going to be reading ACOTAR, Airfire, and then the little short story book. So this though, this right here, this book right here, you guys, can you see it? This book, I am crazy right now. I have heard phenomenal things about, and this is supposed to be like a new adult-ish kind of a read, so it's a little beyond young adult to my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. It's about like a Beauty and the Beast retelling with fairies or fae, which is intriguing to me. So plus I haven't read Sarah J. Maas in a while, and I need to dive back into her lovely writing, so I will. So those are just some of the books that I'm going to be reading this summer. If I decide to do another video, it'll just be a part 2. Yeah, I just kind of said, like I said, I want to leave things open-ended and just let things fall as they may. So yeah, those are the books that I plan on reading, some of the books I plan on reading this summer. Before I go, somebody pointed out in a few videos ago that she noticed I had a new tattoo. Yes, I do. It's this right here. It's not done yet, which is why I haven't really talked about it. It was inspired by Heather Lyons, the Collector Society series. And it's an Alice in Wonderland themed tattoo with a quote from one of her books on here. So when it's done, I will show you everything. I'm actually working on a sleeve. You guys know, you see this one here, and then I have this one right here. So I'm just working on a sleeve and going all the way down, and I'll eventually do the other arm too. Yes, I'm that girl. I'm going to be tatted up. The only part of my body that I probably won't tat is my neck, and then anything below my torso. I just don't want anything there. Like, I don't show my legs that much, and I'm an exhibition. No, I'm not an exhibitionist. That means something else. I like to show off what I do. That's just my nature. So when I get tattoos, I want them in places that people can see, because conversation starters. I love to have conversations about them. So yeah, like I said, I have 4 right now. I have this one. You can see this one right here. I have this one on my arm, and then I have this one right here. So I have 4 total. I'm getting bigger and better. I'm getting more and more. I plan on expanding this one. This is my Divergent tattoo. I plan on actually having words probably about here from Divergent, maybe Divergent, who knows, we'll see, because Divergent is still one of my favorite books ever. Allegiant, as you guys know. But yeah, so you're not crazy. I do have a new tattoo, so just wanted to let you guys know that. But yeah, that's all for this video. Of course, if you enjoyed it, always comment down below and thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, because, you know, I make a lot of these videos. And I thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.